The game just went off on Evelyn Lozada's daughter Shaniece, calling her high maintenance and hinting that she's a gold digger who baby traps him. The streets have been saying that he is Chen's baby daddy, but it looks like he isn't exactly eager to be having a baby with Shaniece, cause this man doesn't seem interested at all. Y'all, the game is salty AF and has been throwing the insane shade at Chenise on social media, and it looks like he isn't exactly on good terms with her, cause the names this man has been calling her a hot mess. Girl, there's so more to this story. We're talking about baby daddy drama, gold digger accusations, and a possible baby trap situation that might have backfired big time. So let's spill this tea. If you don't know who Chenise is, let me fill you in real quick. She's Evelyn Lozada's daughter, and she's always hanging around Hollywood. She announced her pregnancy on Father's Day, and even though she didn't name her baby daddy, people started pointing fingers at the game, okay? But let's rewind for a second. Y'all ever wonder how Chenise got caught up with the game in the first place? Well, it turns out our girl's got the reputation. In Hollywood, we're talking about a string of high-profile relationships that'll make your head spin. Let's start with Usher, because that's where things really kicked off for Chenise. Remember when she was spotted with the R&B superstar? That was just the beginning, and a source spoke to VH1 saying if he's really courting Chenise, Usher better make sure he comes correct. Because if we know one thing about Evelyn, it's that the basketball whiff star does not play games when it comes to her kids. Page 6 also claimed that Chenise and Usher had attended Diddy's birthday party, and they wrote they came together and left together. However, a source for Evelyn shut down the allegations, saying Chenise is not dating Usher. They were all going to the same destination and just so happened to share a car. They are not dating. She has had a couple of high-profile relationships, and for some reason fans have had issues with that. Now, I'm not saying she's a gold digger, because she has the right to date anyone she wants when she wants, but unfortunately, she is getting the Lori Harvey treatment, and the streets are talking. You'll know how the internet gets when they decide to shame a woman for dating on her own terms. So how did she end up with the game? Well, they were first spotted getting cozy at a fancy restaurant new last year, and according to TMZ, it was a Christmas dinner. This had people wondering how serious the relationship was, because if you're spending Christmas with someone and going out to dinner, then a relationship is somewhat serious as expected. People had a lot to say, and they were talking about how she was probably with him because of his money. Now, I'm not saying Chenise is doing anything wrong. A girl's got to do what a girl's got to do, right? But you can't deny that her taste in men is raising some eyebrows. It's like she's got a sixth sense for sniffing out the rich and famous. But here's where it gets really juicy. All these past relationships, they're like the trailer for the main event, because now we've got the game in the picture, and child, that's a whole different level of drama. And boy, the things happen. We went from cute dinner dates to baby daddy drama faster than you can say pra. It's like all of Chen's past relationships were just practice for this main event with the game. Well, the next thing we knew, Chenise announced that she was pregnant. And when I tell y'all that we were shook, there's no way that we couldn't have seen it coming. She was super strategic about it too, because she made the announcement on Father's Day. She posted a picture of her baby bump and wrote another trip around the sun, and in my purest birthday suit, yet oh, and happy Father's Day, baby daddy. She tried to play it coy, and she didn't name her baby daddy or even tag him. Turns out that she didn't need to do that, because everyone immediately assumed that the game was her baby daddy. While she's enjoying her pregnancy and loving the idea of being a new mom, the game's acting like he didn't even get the memo. It's like he's not even on the same page. But what's interesting is that the game is not denying he's got a baby on the way. He's just not saying Chenise is the mama.
And then I heard you're expecting kids, twins.
Twins is, yeah, you got to stay off the internet.
Right.
Yeah, I'm expecting one child.
One child.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel about that?
I think about it in terms of like years, right? Like I'm 44, so when my new child is 21, I'll be 65, right?
Right.
And that seems kind of old until you start thinking about who's 65 now, right? And so when I think about that, I think that, like, I don't know how old like Mariah Carey is, but she has to be like 10 years older than me, or Jay-Z or something like that. They got to be almost like their next big birthday is probably 60. They're
Right.
still out here looking young and looking cool. So it ain't that bad. But I think at the end of the day, it's new life. It's going to be a different parenting experience for when I was younger. So when I was younger, I was still hard-headed in the streets, and I don't know how I even made it to this point in my life doing the things that I was doing, but I made it. My kids are all fine, smart, straight-A students, and good, and so it'll just be interesting to parent at this.
So now everyone's playing detective, trying to connect the dots between Chen's announcement and the game's cryptic comments. Some folks are saying Chenise tried to pull a fast one on the game thinking a baby would lock him down. Others are wondering if the game is just playing games, and is the game really doubting he's the father, or does he just not like Chenise that way and never plan to get her pregnant child? This situation is a mess. But it's about to get messier. See, the game has been making some shady comments that people believe to be about Chenise, and it looks like he does not care about Chenise. At the very least, in one post, he wrote, "Ninjas dating women's bodies and women dating ninjas' pockets." Then y'all wonder why the relationship's short-lived intentions aren't pure, so love can't be developed properly. He also wrote, "Staying away from jobless, entitled high-maintenance women is self-love." And just when you think that you've heard the last of this, Sheena's mom, Evelyn Lozada, jumped into the chat to defend her daughter, but it didn't exactly know how. She expected. Evelyn went full mama bear, my deaf finished ace against all those nasty rumors and accusations, but it only got worse. See, Evelyn used to be friends with the game's ex-fiance Tiffany Cambridge, and fans dragged her for allegedly out to her friend's ex. Evelyn tried to shut down the drama by claiming she and Chenise were never friends with Tiffany. She said, "It's always interesting for me to read the stuff about myself that are just false. OMG, this person was best friends with that person. How dare they, guys? Stop making this stuff up. If I was in a photo with somebody 10, 15 years ago, whatever it is, it doesn't mean we were friends. It doesn't mean we were best friends. It doesn't mean that we dated. You can be in a photo with somebody, or you can share space with somebody and it not be what people make it out to be." Next thing you know, Reese's feet started popping off fast. Someone dug up a photo of Evelyn and Tiffany together looking all buddy-buddy. Suddenly, Evelyn's defense started looking shaky. This whole mess has got people side-eye, and Evelyn's something fierce. They are starting to question everything she said about the situation. And let's not forget, this isn't just about Evelyn, this is about Chenise too. Mama Bear might have thought she was helping, but now her daughter's caught in this crossfire of her contradictions. It's like Evelyn tried to put out a fire with gasoline. It just made everything blow up bigger. Y'all, this drama is getting more messy and messier, and it doesn't look like the situation is going to get better anytime soon. The big question on everyone's mind is, will the game step up and be a daddy? Or is he going to keep playing hide and seek with responsibility? But here's the real take. Nobody's coming out of this looking good. The game's looking like he's running from diapers. Chenise is caught in a storm of rumors, and Evelyn, well, she's just making things messier. Well, fans have a lot to say about this, and they commented, "He seems pretty unintelligent to me. If he was so smart, he wouldn't be in a situation in the first place." Chenise couldn't find a wealthy sugar daddy. At least she picked a washed-up rapper who's facing a disgusting lawsuit, and poor girl is proud to be pregnant by someone that was happy to be inside her, but not happy to stand beside her. But I want to know how you guys feel about this, and then check out this next video.